Hello and welcome back to the Miss Milan channel. I'm very sorry that I haven't uploaded in a long time. I just never really have quiet time in my house. But anyway, I wanted to do a part 2 of ranking Steven Universe characters. I got a new mic, so sorry if I speak too loudly into it. I'm trying not to. So first up on this list this time is Spinel, and for anyone that's subscribed, you know my thoughts. Spinel's like my favorite character, and she's in just the movie and like 2 episodes of Steven Universe Future. Like I said in part 1, I just love tragic characters, and what's more tragic than being left in a garden waiting for your best friend for 6,000 years and then getting PTSD from it. So yeah, Spinel, automatic S tier, no question about it. Just so that I don't make it as short as I did with Pearl, I really love her voice. I love her singing, her animation style. I mean, I know it's for the movie. The movie got like so much more money than like normal animations. So I'm aware that, like her animation and basically all the animation in the movie is just generally gonna be better than the show. So yeah, I really love all the ways she flip-flopped in the movie and like how silly she is. Okay, so S tier, yes, good to go. Agree, disagree, I don't know, tell me in the comments. So next up is Lion, and I feel like he needs his own category. But there's not enough things or characters like Lion for me to make a whole category here for him. So I will rank him like the other characters. How do I rank him? He doesn't talk. I guess he's just very cute, and yeah, he's cute. Very powerful, very cat-like. He can be kind of snooty, and I like that he prefers Connie to Steven, even though he's supposed to be Steven's lion, technically Rose's lion, but he prefers Connie. I really like that. Like near the end of the show and the movie, he's basically just Connie's. Like, he doesn't follow Steven anywhere anymore. And usually if you see Connie lions with her, especially in battle, like when Steven is walking with Spinel down the stairs and Connie swoops in through a portal and it's like, where's the fight? And she's on Lion. Like, we don't even question why she's with Lion anymore, they're just always together by the end of the show. So I guess it would make sense to put him in the same category as Connie. They're kind of a group now. So B tier it is for Lion. Okay, so next up is Yellow Diamond. And I wish they kind of developed her character a bit more for Yellow Diamond. She still seems a little two-dimensional to me. Like, yeah, she's supposed to be the type with the rough exterior, and like she's secretly super sensitive. But I mean, isn't that more just a trope now? I feel like we didn't see a real personality come out of her. But that could just be from, lack of time. The show didn't really spend a long time developing her. There's too many characters to go around, I guess. She was an interesting character, though. I like her relationship with Blue Diamond. I thought her relationship with Blue Diamond was pretty wholesome. They're kind of like the the widow. No, not widows. They're basically like a couple that lost their child. I have literally no reason to think this. It's just the vibe I get from them, like this lesbian couple who lost their adopted child, Pink Diamond. And one of them's like constantly crying, and the other one's like, I have to be strong for her, be her rock. No pun intended. So like that was an interesting part of her character, aside from, not having a more developed personality. So I think for Yellow Diamond, I would put her in C tier. Not the worst, not the best. Yeah, so Yellow Diamond, C tier. Next up is Blue Diamond. And Blue Diamond's definitely more developed, at least in my opinion, than Yellow Diamond. She's not perfect by any means. Like, she's straight up kidnapped Greg in one of the episodes. But I like that she's more open with her emotions. She's a bit easier to read. I mean, she's crying all the time, obviously. She's easier to read than Yellow Diamond, who always pretends she doesn't have emotions at all. I also really like Blue Diamond's design. I like that they gave her a long face, like droopy eyes. I like her white hair, although it still confuses me that it connects at the bottom. I love her blue cape, and I love that she has like permanent eye bags from crying. She's also very understanding. Like, out of all 4 diamonds, aside from future Pink Diamond, I think Blue Diamond's the most in tune with her emotions. Like, she was definitely the most understanding, and the one that basically gave Steven the chance to get the other diamonds to listen to him. She was also one of the first ones who recognized the flaws in her behavior. When they locked up Stevani in the tower, and Blue Diamond finally recognized that they were abusing her, and that was basically why Pink Diamond didn't want to be with them. That was a very, very good revelation of, like a changing character, development in the character. So yeah, Blue Diamond, a little better than Yellow Diamond. I will put her in B tier because of that. Sorry, all the characters are going into B tier. I might have to make this a little bigger. I'll make it bigger if I need to. Yeah, Blue Diamond B tier. So next up is Bismuth. Oh boy, Bismuth. I remember I started watching the show pretty early on, maybe a few episodes into season 2, and I remember I would see theories saying, oh my god, this looks like a Bismuth. This is definitely, we theorized that it's a Bismuth gem. So when they actually released the episode of Bismuth, I was so hyped. Like, the theories were true. I can't believe they were right. So aside from the hype, I thought she was really cool. I really love her rainbow hair, and I think her voice is so fitting. I don't remember the voice actress, but she did such a good job for Bismuth. She just fits the character so well. Bismuth was also so complex. Like I mentioned earlier that Yellow Diamond was so two-dimensional and kind of tropey. Bismuth is not like that at all. She has her own personality. She has her own history with the gems. And she has her own thoughts and emotions and opinions. And that made her so interesting as a character. It was very refreshing to meet a character that didn't kiss up to Rose Quartz or see her as this angel. It was very refreshing to see someone disagree with her also, as well as see someone that isn't kind and compassionate like Steven. Understandably so, because she had seen so many of her friends die in the war. She was just out for revenge, understandably. Well, this got very dark. Yeah, Bismuth, I was really sad when they had to bubble her at the end of the episode where she was introduced. I figured, since her voice actress was just a guest star, I mean, I knew that Bismuth wasn't gonna stay around, but it was still really sad to see her go, especially because she was like one of Pearl and Garnet's only friends from the war, and they were both so happy to see her again. They thought she was dead like all the other gems they knew. So yeah, it was really sad to see them lose a friend again. And I'm sure it must have been very traumatizing for Steven to put the gems through that also. But it's for his safety, you know? Can't exactly have a gem running around that's trying to kill you. So when Bismuth came back in the wedding episode for Ruby and Sapphire, I was like crying because she made their rings. And she was the maid of honor. Literally maid of honor. And she wore her suit of armor. That whole episode was so wholesome. I'm so glad Bismuth came back. And she stayed back. So thankful that she became a regular character. So yeah, Bismuth, come to think of it, I think I would put her in A tier. She's a very well-written character, very fleshed out character. So next up is Ruby and Sapphire. I know that I talked about Garnet already, but I felt like Ruby and Sapphire not fused were worthy of their own category because even though they're literally Garnet, them together are not the same as Garnet fused. And you could very clearly tell from episodes where they unfused, like Keystone Motel and The Answer and the movie. I don't know, they're such dynamic characters and such obvious opposites. I know they're supposed to be the trope that opposites attract, you know. Ruby is fire, Sapphire is ice, Ruby is angry, Sapphire is very cool and collected. But overall, I think they're very cute characters together. They definitely do a good job of providing fan service. Not that that's a bad thing, because I really love them. I know they can be like quote unquote overly cutesy or whatever, but I've never personally been annoyed by them. I think they're always very cute together. Even in the episode of Steven Universe Future where they convince Steven to propose to Connie, even Garnet acknowledges that Ruby and Sapphire individually are kind of idiots. Even Sapphire, who's supposed to be really intelligent, Garnet acknowledges that she's still not as smart as Garnet, understandably. And I don't know, I just find that so amusing that the two of them can be so naive and immature. But Garnet's like completely different from both of them and yet also very similar to both of them. I don't know, I think that their relationship and their relationship to Garnet has always been very interesting. Even if they're both kind of archetypes, together they make a very unique partnership. And I really appreciate the originality there. So I think considering all of this, I would put them in A tier also. Very fun, enjoyable characters. So next up are all the human characters. Yeah, the human characters have never really been my favorite. They're probably all gonna be low tier. I don't even remember his name. Let me look it up. Okay, so his name is literally just Mr. Fryman. What the heck? Yeah, he's a very not fleshed out character. I don't have a lot to say about him. It's cool that he sells french fries and that his hair also looks like french fries. Just because he has cool french fry hair, I'll put him in E tier. Keep White Diamond some company. So sad that White Diamond is as high up as Mr. French Fry Hair. I'm so sorry. Yeah, there's not a lot I can say about him. He's in like 2 episodes, and in one of them he nearly got his son killed. So, yeah. Next up is Petey Fryman. Cute kid. I always thought he was really cute. He's super awkward and independent, and more mature than his older brother, who I will definitely get into. I love that he has a permanent tooth gap from losing his tooth, even in the movie, like 2 years later. I don't know. I also really like his hair. I don't know what his hair is supposed to be in real life. Maybe dreadlocks. I like that his hair also resembles food. Overall, Petey is definitely better than his dad. But he's not around enough for me to be like, yeah, he's a great character, you know? So I think I'll put him in D tier. I wish he had been a better friend to Steven. It like helped him be more quote unquote normal. Because it's really sad seeing Steven not know how to interact with humans in Steven Universe Future. So I wish Petey had been a closer friend to Steven. But I guess it's really hard for Steven to relate to humans in general. Thank God for Connie, right? Okay, next up are the cool kids. They're basically the Crystal Gems rehashed. I'm pretty sure we all know this, right? Buck Dewey's supposed to be Garnet. I'm a little confused about Sour Cream and Jenny. I think Sour Cream's supposed to be Pearl. I mean, he at least kind of resembles her. And Jenny's supposed to be Amethyst. They're basically the Crystal Gems all over again. I don't know how else to phrase that. But they're cool as a trio. Obviously, they're the cool kids. Buck Dewey has always kind of gotten on my nerves. I don't know why I don't like him. Maybe because he made fun of Steven in that one episode about his dad's shirt. Not cool, man. You making fun of a little kid for looking up to his dad. Gotta bring him down just for that one episode. Jenny, she's okay. She's not as bad as Buck Dewey, but she did take advantage of her twin sister in that other episode, Kiki's Delivery Service. I know that's a reference to the Studio Ghibli movie, Kiki's Delivery Service. But yeah, I don't know. She's kind of trash for that. But I guess she apologized in the end. She didn't know that she was making her sister so upset. I think I'm gonna group them together just because they're a trio. And they're usually together. And when they show up, Sour Cream, he just wants to be a DJ. Just let him be a DJ. Overall, though, they ended up making a band. They were the type of cool that didn't need to try, you know, unlike Lars. They just were cool because they were comfortable with themselves. So, you know, that's genuinely cool. Overall, all three of them together, I think they're D tier. Not particularly special and not in the show very much. D tier is pretty good. So next up is Kevin. Oh boy, Kevin. How do I'm gonna struggle to put him in a rank because he's technically a villain, and I'm not sure how to rank villains because tiers are usually based on how much you like a character, but he's a villain, so we're supposed to hate him. Kevin, he's literally the most hated character, or like he's the character that Steven hates the most. I remember I made a comic, I guess, a few years ago explaining how Steven is so forgiving and loving and the welcome of the gems like Peridot and Lapis. He's so willing to listen to them and help them change for the better. And then there's Kevin who literally just disrespected Stevani and asked them to dance and made them uncomfortable, and just that in Steven's book is like so much worse than anything the gems ever did to him. Like he literally has that whole episode where he is so angry with Kevin that he like loses track of his thoughts and basically he's just like blind with rage at Kevin. I think that's so hilarious that out of all the characters, you know, literal murderers and dictators and war criminals, Kevin's still the most hated person in Steven's book. So just for being so amusing, I'll put Kevin in C tier. Definitely not as good as, you know, all the characters in B tier, but I think it's very amusing how much hatred that he causes in Steven and in people that watch the episodes with him in it. Next up is Onion. And Onion has always been terrifying. I don't understand how he works or if he's human. Emphasis on I don't know if he's human. He doesn't talk. He knows a weird language that seemed to be understood by Topaz for some reason. He doesn't have any ears, and he doesn't seem to age because he looked exactly the same in Steven Universe Future and the movie. He continues to be an enigma, and he continues to terrify me. especially in that one episode with the toys that he duplicated. He had that one scene where he had just a crazy, scary face. And then in Future, where he torments Pearl, although I know that was just acting, it was still terrifying. His relationship with Rainbow Quartz 2.0 is very wholesome, though. I like the Mary Poppins, Mary Nanny McPhee kind of vibes. Like they're his babysitter, and they're the only thing that can keep him at ease. So yeah, overall very amusing. Probably put him at a C tier. He's a very memorable character. And lastly, last and definitely least, is Ronaldo. Man, I've hated this character pretty much the entire show, but nothing cemented it worse than the episode Rocknaldo. My god. I remember being so excited that a new character was supposed to be introduced. This new crystal gem, this interesting new gem character that we were supposed to meet. And then we got this episode where it's just Ronaldo pretending to be a crystal gem and being terrible at it. And even Steven couldn't take his crap anymore. He's just awful character, terrible. 0 out of 10, would never recommend any Ronaldo episodes. Even if he was technically right about some of his theories. He is awful. I will never rewatch any of his episodes. If I could erase him from the show, I would. He's awful. Hashtag cancel Ronaldo. I don't know why, I really hate his character. Comment below if you think he has any redeeming qualities, because I truly hate him. He is, if there was anything lower than F tier, he would be in that. So yeah, F tier for Ronaldo. He fails. Okay, so that is it for this episode of tier lists. I will try to make a part 3, but I rarely get any quiet time in my house, so it's gonna be very difficult to get a chance to record this again. Just bear with me. If you have any ideas for like things you want to see me draw or edit, just let me know in the comments, because those are definitely easier to put together in my house. So yeah. Also recommend more shows, because I currently don't like any. I was really into the Owl House, but it's currently on hiatus, and it only has like 1 season, so I'm also not that invested in it yet. Okay, so yeah, just let me know, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!